In today's episode, I really like saying that because, I don't get episodes of stuff often. So today we're here to talk about something I think that's really important.
Anyone that's participating in the rehearsal, can I have you down?
I'm going to be real with you and talk about it from a variety of viewpoints. So selecting the team of vendors that you're going to work with, be it for a wedding, a celebration, or even something other than that isn't necessarily joyful. I think it's so important to create and curate a team around you that you can trust and really create the experience, build the experience based on expertise, based on artistry, based on just having matching, like-minded, approaches and energies. And the reason I say that is I am a destination wedding planner. I'm based here in Chicago, as many of you know, and Palm Beach, but I also work throughout the world for my clients. So I know the importance of when you're planning a wedding or celebrating a birthday, there is nothing more important than having that team around you that brings your event to life in a way that is streamlined, reduces stress, allows you to make informed decisions, and feels beautiful and kind of touches on all of the senses. Something I think that's really worth discussing is also, recently I had an experience, and many of you may know this, where I lost my dad about a month ago. And I really wanted to plan a mass to celebrate his life, a funeral mass, right? I'm a Catholic, so it was a Catholic funeral mass, and I wanted to plan something that really could beautifully pay tribute and homage to my dad, but also really leave everyone at mass feeling full, right? It was a somber occasion, but it was something that I didn't want people to walk away from feeling heavy necessarily. And, for me, what that meant was going to vendors that I trusted, who I knew were going to help me create what I was looking to do. And the reason I bring this up is not to be morbid or kind of a downer, but to tell you, as much as it's a key thing when you're planning a wedding or a celebration, everywhere in life, you go to experts, right? This is what you do. If you have a toothache, you go to a dentist. If you have a heart problem, you go to a cardiologist. When you're planning a celebration, when you're marking a milestone in your life, a wedding is a milestone, a birthday, a death, right? Those milestone moments require professionals. Building that team around you is how you bring that event to life in a way that long after the last dance happens or the event's concluded, it stays with people. So how you build your team of people around you is so important. And it's got to be based on things like how you communicate, right? How do you communicate? And that should mirror in how they communicate. Are you a transparent person? Are you an email person? Are you more of a phone person? These are things worth knowing when you're talking to vendors. It's not just their style. How do they interpret, what they do for a living? There's so much worth understanding and thinking about when you're choosing a vendor, so that every category, every allocation from your budget, every category is someone that you're putting on your team. You're building a team, no different than like a soccer team or a football team or whatever sport thing that you follow. I'm not huge with sports ball, but it's the same concept, right? You're building this team. So who are the people that are going to bring you to the finish line? Who are the people that you want to be in this process with? And for me, there's nothing more important than the vendor team you're building. That's why when I plan with my clients and we work on destination weddings or weddings here in Chicago, vendor selection is one of the most important elements of what we do. So if you want to learn more and even talk about some of the vendors we love to work with, you know where to find me.